What up? You're in garden.
Hey, you! You're finally awake.
Welcome back to another Out of Context philosophy video. In this video we are going to continue with Kant's ideas. We are going to focus on second form of metaphysics, which is related to third ability to know, also known as pure reason. Pure reason can be taught as absolute metaphysics, and we are going to explain what absolute metaphysics means. After that we are going to answer 3 questions, which we mentioned in our very first video about Kant. We suggest you check other videos to understand the things we are going to talk about in this video. So without further ado, let's get started with our first subject, time and language. We can say that the sense of time emerges both in our daily life and language. For instance, we use a chronological timeline to understand, express or define our experiences through language. We use tenses such as the past, present and future. But when we change the time shape from linear to circular, we will see events differently. Frankly, this circular time is also unusual for us, but there is a Native American tribe called Hopi. Their language has a kind of circular time. This had emerged thanks to Benjamin Leavenworth, who was a linguist from the US and studied on Hopi language. Furthermore, there is a film that can express this concept of time. It is Arrival, directed by Denis Villeneuve. The film follows a linguist enlisted by United States Army to discover how to communicate with external aliens who have arrived on Earth before tension led to war. However, we don't want to spoil it if you haven't watched it yet. So if it is okay for you, let all the things we talked about be the subject of another video and continue with pure reason.
The second form of metaphysics can be described as absolute metaphysics. It has no relation with experiences, and this is a purely mental process that creates its subjects. Soul, God, and morality can be given as examples. We can say that the subjects of absolute metaphysics have no interaction with any experiments, and these kinds of subjects are called ideas. While senses and categories produce all legitimate knowledge due to their connection with experience, the ideas lead to metaphysical expressions that do not have value as knowledge, since they cannot fulfill the condition of having a connection with experiences. If you wish, let's clarify what having value as knowledge means. Immanuel Kant grounded Newtonian physics in the field of philosophy by showing that scientific knowledge is possible only within the experiences. On the other hand, he showed that the 2 basic elements of legitimate knowledge, which are observation and experiments, can't provide any material in the fields of traditional metaphysics that considers soul, God, or morality. Consequently, if 2 basic elements of legitimate knowledge are out of the question in the field of traditional metaphysics, scientific knowledge is not possible in that field anymore. Realizing such a reality doesn't increase our knowledge, but shows us the limits of our knowledge. At this moment, we might think that all these noumena or ideas, or even our ability to pure reason are meaningless, because they have neither value as knowledge nor connection with our experiences. However, according to Kant, this statement won't be quite true. Of course, we cannot know if we do not perceive, but while Kant proposed the impossibility of the theoretical knowledge of things in themselves as the main thesis, he thought such questions are necessary for the human mind. Kant showed that the noumenon is unknowable, but can be thought of without contradiction, because he argued that metaphysics is not science, but is the production of the human mind, especially pure reason.
I said I don't think that he's good for you.
How do you know what's good for me?
That's my opinion!
Besides all we talk about, let's answer the 3 questions which we mentioned earlier according to Kantian philosophy. Our first question was, what can we know? And as an answer, we can say, after perceiving and shaping it with our abilities to know, what we experience can be known. However, for the second and third questions, which are how must we behave and what may we hope for, you need to know that these questions are about morality, which we didn't cover in our series, because in the age of TikTok, who needs it? But Kant, as an 18th century gentleman, developed his moral understanding according to his universal law. His answers probably would be, we must behave according to the universal law that is defined as duty. Nothing, because this is our duty. As a sum up, Kant has also many talks on various subjects which we didn't mention about most of them. Maybe we can talk about this later or not. Come to the topic, after Kant, many philosophers were influenced by him and took his ideas further in a radical way. These philosophers created German idealism, which will be criticized by some giants afterward. We believe that there are so many significant points on Kant's ideas that can enlighten in neuroscience. For example, a human has a deeper understanding of environment, which is also called Umwelt in German, than a cat. It is caused by exclusive categories in species because of evolution. There are unclear points about what the categories of humans are exactly. So, we have questions to which we don't know answers. What causes the categories to occur, or is it possible to upload external categories to the human mind for having an extended Umwelt? Who knows, maybe one day these questions can be answered, but so far they've remained unanswered. So for now, take care.